Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Can we just applaud me? Can we just celebrate me in this moment? Because hey, I've been so consistent. Let's proceed to the video. So today's on Monday, and yesterday I came back from a trip to my in-laws. Yes, you heard me right, a trip to my in-laws. You know what, it just hit me. We are at the age where now we are dealing with in-laws. Now we are dealing with thoughts of settling. I'm just a child. How did I get here? No pressure to anybody who is still in the streets, still looking for the one. Take your time. Hakuna raka. Choosing your partner is one thing that should never be rushed. Just take your time and make the right decision. Don't rush it. Just take your time. I went to my in-laws and I thought, you know what? It was such a roller coaster of emotions, and I was like, I would want to give my insights on what I felt I learned during this process, so that anybody else that is going to do it, because it's Christmas time, and I know those of you that are in relationships, you are probably going to be going to your in-laws, or vice versa, whether it's a man visiting the girl's in-laws or the girl visiting the man's in-laws. It's gonna happen. Ata kama sio hii Christmas, it's gonna happen at some point. So I decided to share what I learned. I asked on my Instagram page for people to give me, tips when visiting your African in-laws. I am very persistent on the word African. I am not sure what really happens when you're going to visit in-laws, say in a different setup, say maybe an American family. I really don't know, but maybe some of these points apply. If they do, please let me know. But for now, I'm going to just speak for African in-laws, because I believe whether Kenyan, Nigerian, most African societies, we have almost the same beliefs, the same cultures, the same, hazijachana sana, they're almost the same. I was lucky. I met the most loving in-laws. It was not my first time interacting with them. They really spoiled me. I had to ask if I can at least do something. Actually, this was a shock when I went there. When I went there, I knew I'm supposed to act like a wife, even if at home I don't constantly move around serving and washing my man's hand before meals. I knew I was expected of that, and I didn't have a problem. It's not too much to do for someone you love. But when I got there, they didn't want me to do much. I tried doing, and they would be like, no, just sit down, just relax, nini. I really loved them. They treated me so nicely. There was no weird moments. They didn't even want us to leave. And I thank God I did not get to experience, or I thank God I have not experienced toxic in-laws. Straight to the point. My first point is listen to your person. For example, in my case, I had to ask my man what was expected of me in their community, because I have a tighter friend who told me that in their community, a girl is not supposed to sit in the same setup with his father-in-law. I don't know. It's giving before Christ. It's giving Stone Age. But yeah, that does not mean that you go there and you disrespect everything they have because you feel it's too outdated. No. Again, this is not the time to show that you are woke. Visiting your in-laws is not the time to show that you're exposed and woke. No. It's just a few days. Just go and comply. Just go. If you go to Rome, do what the Romans are doing. Just go and comply instead. Because it's also, when you think about it from a fair point of view, it's very disrespectful to go to a community and disregard everything they do just because you feel like they are not what you do at home. It's not considerate at all. So to avoid causing friction, because again, you don't want to cause chaos with the family of the person you love. You want to create an environment that is healthy for him as well, or for her if you are visiting your lady's home. For example, for me, I was going to a Kalenjin community, and there wasn't really much difference from my community. There wasn't really much that is different from the Kikuyu community. So maybe apart from the fact that they are from the Adventist Church, SDA. So I don't think, yeah, they don't wear trousers in church. So I knew on Saturday when we were going to church, I'll have a dress on. A dress that you'll see somewhere along the video. It's on this vlog. I looked beautiful, by the way. If, for example, the dressing is not something you're used to, you can try work around the same area. Because yes, I did wear a dress, but I still stayed on fashion. I still stayed on point. It's something that I'd still wear outside here. You know, I didn't go putting on stuff that don't go with my fashion sense. You know, you can still work around it. It's not like cast on stone. If it's a community that requires women to shave, I feel like those are things that you can now maybe discuss with your man, because honestly, I'm not gonna shave my hair. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. And again, I also don't think my man would allow that to happen. These are not people who you'll be living with every day. So you also don't need to do major changes like shaving your hair. Hey, apana. Unless you're comfortable with it. When you're friends with your person, it will be really easy going to your in-laws, because he or she will protect you from anything that he or she feels is a bit too extreme for you. You know, they are going to make sure that you're comfortable, and they're going to make sure the other side understands that, you know, there's a boundary here. So listen to your person. Just know what is expected of you so that you're mentally prepared. For example, you're going to a Taita community and you're just there seated in the living room. Kumbe, you're not even supposed to sit with your father-in-law in the same sitting. You need to know some of these things. Just try to work around them so that you don't make people uncomfortable. Communicate and let him or her explain to you exactly, you know, the repercussions of not doing or doing some of these things, so that, you know, you can be able to mitigate and create, you know, be a team with your person. Create a way around which you guys will go there and cause peace, not chaos. Talk less, listen more. Let me tell you, if you're as talkative as me, you can easily lose your calm and find yourself talking a lot. You want to learn these people. You want to be able to see how they do things, how they talk, how they relate with each other. So just talk less and listen more, observe more, use your eyes, see what is happening. You can pick up stories with people who you find comfortable, like the young cousins and stuff. But with the older generation, I'd say just observe more. Just watch and learn. Watch and learn. Don't talk too much. Kierere tuache nyumbani. Language barrier should be expected when you're going to a community that speaks a different language. Like for me, I don't understand Kalenjin. I just hear kidogo kidogo. So don't be offended when people are talking in their mother tongue. See wewe wanasengenya. Like for me, even because me too.
In the going, in the running, the students of the school.
Okay, when I go to my grandparents, it's very hard to find us speaking in Kiswahili. Even if I reply in Kiswahili, they'll insist and speak to me in mother tongue. So it's normal in African communities to find people conversing with their mother tongue and forgetting that you don't understand. So don't take it personally. Don't be offended. You're just there for a few days. Like, chill out. Of course, when they're speaking to you, they'll definitely switch to a language that you understand. And if they can't speak a language that you understand, then probably your partner will translate for you. I'm guessing it's not gonna be that hard. Dress decently. Yo, Africa. That's why I insisted on the African in-laws. We come from a very conservative society as Africans, so just be very decent. By decently, I mean no crop tops, just cover up skin. You guys know. Africans believe that if you show any skin, you're being indecent. So yeah, just cover up yourself, because I mean, it won't hurt you to make other people around you comfortable, okay? You'll wear your mini skirts when you come back home. You'll wear your booty shorts when you come back home. Just cover up, look nice, look decent. And it doesn't matter whether your parents at home don't mind when you wear booty shorts around them, but think about how this other family will feel and perceive you. They might actually, you know what happens when you dress indecently is, they will forget to even look at your personality. They will forget to see you as a person, and they will be so focused. That first impression, they'll be so focused on the dressing and how indecent it is. They'll not give you a chance to show you, So just dress decently and get that out of the way. it shouldn't be an issue. Eat food when offered. Oh my god, this is something my mom told me before I went. She told me, Jackie, wewe najua na kubakisha chai. I don't finish my tea. I don't know why I don't finish my tea. And I don't like tea as well. I'm more of a coffee person. Unless you're allergic to something, which you should communicate. Please don't eat something that will make you sick. Kindly. Please, please, please communicate your allergies. Communicate things that make you feel unwell. For example, if sukuma wiki, for those of us that have acidity, if sukuma wiki is served, your partner should be able to be like, oh, by the way, she doesn't eat sukuma wiki because it makes her feel like this and that, so that they are able to know. But in case your partner doesn't speak out for you, which they should, just speak out for yourself. Just say, yeah, I don't eat this and that because of this and that. So yeah, they should be able to understand. They are human beings, don't be too focused on pleasing them at your expense. No. Kwanza Africans, hey, they believe if you refuse food, you're being rude. Just eat. Personally, I really struggled. At some point, I had to be like, yeah, I've had enough, because I'm not used to eating too much food. But 90% of the time, I was good. Last but not least, carry gifts. By gifts, I don't mean go above and beyond. Apana, just carry gifts. Like, you can do some shopping. That's enough. You can, like, personally, I had bought some nice shawls for the grandma and the mom-in-law. We also did some shopping. So I'm not talking about you going to buy expensive stuff. No, not necessarily. Just do some shopping if you are trying to stay within a budget. If you can afford, spoil them. Africans really value gifts. If you want to know more about stuff that you should consider or you should do when you are visiting your in-laws, you can try speaking to your older aunties or your parents or your grandparents. They'll advise you. They know more, and they'll be able to guide you and tell you what is expected. The most important thing is just keep an open mind. Don't be like, hey, I can't wear a dress and that's final. Come on. As in, how many days are you there? You're probably going to be there for 2-3 days. I don't really think there's anybody that stays for too long at their in-laws. Is there? I don't think there is. It's just going to be a maximum of a week if you're planning to stay for long. And I don't think it's going to hurt you getting out of your comfort zone kidogo. You know what I mean? Do not allow them to bully you around. Do not allow them to make you uncomfortable. Be willing to also have boundaries, because we are not about to entertain toxic behaviors as usual. Over here, we have boundaries. If you feel somebody is overstepping, please communicate. You can just go through your partner and express to them. Your partner is supposed to defend you when it comes to your in-laws. I'm sorry, but that's my bare minimum. This is how my trip to my in-laws and my stay there went like. So watch this vlog. It's just going to be a 10 minutes thing. I couldn't record much, you guys, because I was also anxious, and I was also trying to not be on my phone a lot, to just give the family time, be respectful of the family. So I was not vlogging a lot, but when I was able to vlog, I did vlog, and this is what I was able to collect for you guys. Okay, quick fast. The previous day, I visited African Inspired, a store in CBD that I found on Instagram, and I wanted a kimono that I could wear to church. So they helped me style this black and white kimono that I found gorgeous, and the fabric was absolutely beautiful, and I was sold. I highly recommend. It was around 7 p.m. and I needed to rush home and start packing for the next day. So this is the travel day. We were headed for the airport. Our flight was around 1 p.m. and this was probably around 10 a.m. We prefer going early because I really don't think when I'm in a rush I will panic and lose my shit. We arrived at the airport, but before that, my outfit check. This is what I was wearing. You've probably seen these sneakers before on my previous video. This brown cargo pants and a black t-shirt, and my LV bag, which I never leave when I'm traveling. It's so good to carry your essentials, and that's my man. So we went ahead for the check-in. I don't understand why they make you remove shoes. It's really, ugh. Anyway, we proceeded to board, and I always choose Jumbo Jet because I have never really had issues with them for local travels. So I don't have anything special about them. I just choose them, and also they're affordable. Our flight took around 45 minutes, I think, or 50 minutes. I don't know. I don't remember. We got to Eldoret at around 2 p.m. and immediately we landed, the jitters kicked in. I started panicking, and yeah, that's the driver that had been sent to pick us. And we headed straight to a local place that is in Eldoret. You'll see it in a few seconds. And Mans felt it was good for me to first calm down because he could see I wasn't very, very calm. I was a bit like, what do you think? How do I look? Am I okay? Am I good? Am I fine? I was kind of worried. So we went to Kettle House. It's somewhere called Langas. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's a really nice spot, very silent, and we were able to converse and just talk. The food was a 10 out of 10. It was really well done and very delicious. After that, we left and went to do some shopping. Of course, tulisema gifts, lazima. After the shopping, it was already getting dark, and we headed for Grandma's place. Over there, they call her Gogo. So yeah, we headed to Gogo's place, which was quite a distance from Eldoret town. We got there quite late, and I had to eat again because they had cooked, and tulisema hatukatai chakula kwa in-laws. And yeah, we headed straight to bed. This is the next day. It is such a beautiful place. We spent the day in church. And after that, I came back home and I was shown around. After lunch, we started packing up because now we were going to head over to Man's home where he grew up and now leave Gogo's place. This is the outfit. Before I forget, you remember this kimono? That's the dress. Okay, the dress wasn't this short. It's just that ilipanda after a few minutes. But yeah, it was a bit longer than this. So yes, this is the outfit that I wore, and I looked gorgeous. I looked like a bride. We did a small tour of the farms, and as we were walking around the farms, we saw these guys, these young boys. They were currently going through the process of circumcision. They are called Tarushek. It was scary. Initially, karibu nikimbi, and then nikambiwa relax. So that is us. We were packed up. Like the place was saying goodbye, it started drizzling right before we left. It was quite a distance, but the views were worth it. The trip was really worth it. We stopped by a petrol station to get the car checked. We really wish we had taken another vehicle because the car we were in was kind of old. So we passed by the supermarket to do some shopping, grabbed some cake, and then proceeded with the journey. It was quite far. And since the car was kind of old, we got stuck. The car broke down somewhere along the way. It was very scary because in Nairobi, we could have been robbed or something. But over there, it wasn't that bad. People would stop to ask us if we are okay. They would check up on us as we were waiting for help. We had already asked for help, and Man's dad was on his way here to help us and pull us from this place to a garage nearby, then take us home. In a few minutes, probably less than an hour, Man's dad was here and we headed home, had dinner, bonded, and slept. Next day, I woke up, had breakfast, and then it was bonding time with the family. There's not much I could record again because of privacy, but it was really lovely. And I got to know more about them and they got to know more about me. It was just chilling, eating. We had so many meals. Like by 2 p.m. we had like 3-4 meals. I don't know why all that eating is necessary, but again, hatukatai chakula kwa in-laws. I'll go to the gym tomorrow, so it's fine. We had to leave for the airport at around 3 p.m. Our flight was around 5 p.m. This is what I was wearing on the last day when we were headed out. Sweatpants, a t-shirt and a shirt on top. It was officially home time to go back home. It started raining, another blessing, and yes, it was such a nice experience for me, and it's an experience that I would wish on anybody that is about to, make that move with their partner. So we headed to the airport. There was not much to record, and that is basically it for my stay in If you're going to your in-laws, I want to wish you all the best. It's gonna be all right. If it's not as nice as mine, then just remember that the relationship is not about in-laws. The relationship is about you and your person. So stick together, go through it together, and remember to choose each other always. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching my vlog. I will be trying to post a little bit more often, but so far so good. Remember to like, share and subscribe. It's been real. My name is Jackie Muya. Bye bye.